building owners to take special care for the sunken areas. Now then we go up to the roof. In the roof, the total roof has to be done a waterproofing. If it is a normal roof, no expansion joints come in the picture. But if it is a larger roof, there is a joint which joins two buildings. Because technically when the building has to be constructed, up to a certain extent you can have one building. After that, you have to have a joint which is called as an expansion joint. And there are two buildings which are joining like this. One building is here, one building is here. In between there is a gap. So that gap has to be filled with the chemical which is flexible. I think most of my viewers, they may not be knowing that all the buildings have expansion and contraction of every building every day. So with that expansion contraction of the building, any treatment which is put into that, it will crack. It is going to withstand only if it is a flexible material. So for that there is a material called as a rubber-based material is there, known as a polysulfide, that we are using it. This is not our product, because this product is being manufactured in the world by only one man. So this has been franchised. There are many people manufacturing in India, and we are using that material, which is a most advantageous material. Then we come to the roof. Roof, people say waterproofing plus weatherproof course. We have been saying that they say put a surki, put this brick bed koba, and this is weatherproof. And they have a feeling that by doing this, there will be temperature will be controlled, and so many things are there. But here the opinion differs. Why it differs means, see, the RCC which we are putting is almost about a 5 inches thick. On that, whatever the waterproofing is being done is almost 3.5 inches done with our system called as a Fermex concrete. And the brick bed koba which is being done, this is almost about 4 to 5 inches, 6 inches also they go. Even early days they were going up to 12 inches also. So they were loading the building just to feel that it is going to be a, what do you call it, as weatherproof course. But that is, I don't feel that is going to really affect you, because see, the temperature, if it is, if the sun rays which are coming down, that has to pass through the waterproofing, they have to pass through the RCC, which is almost 10 inches. To come down 10 inches, it takes a lot of time. It takes enough time. It's not that easy to immediately you put a heater into it and you get an instant hot water. It's not like that. It takes you some time, and then there is a cold breeze is there. So the effect of the feeling of the people that it is a weatherproof course, I differ with that. So what we say with our Fermex concrete, if you put it, our Fermex concrete is about 3 inches in average thickness, plus your RCC 5 inches, 8 inches is more than sufficient to care of your insulation as well as waterproofing. Fermex concrete is again a combination of cement, sand and jelly mixed with R-based top lick, and it is laid on the concrete, giving a proper slope, and the surface is finished smoothly, which can be used for any functions, for any of your parties or anything. And this system never gets deteriorated. No fungus growth takes place, nothing happens to this treatment. So this is a very economical and long-lasting treatment. People have asked me that, Mr. Tiwari, you say that your treatment, you claim to be permanent solution. How do you say it is a permanent solution? Then a simple question, in turn I asked him. I said, gentlemen, see, you have put a RCC, you have put cement, you have put sand, you have put jelly, and you have put steel to take care of the strength. I have also put the same thing. I have put sand, cement, jelly. Still I have not put, because this is not required. I am not giving you a structure which is going to take care of the load or anything. I am giving you a waterproofing system. If your system is lasting or estimated for 100 years, I have also used the same materials. It should also last for 100 years. Why should not last? He started smiling, and then he says, okay. So with my system, now coming to the waterproofing, why it should not leak? Your RCC is leaking. I come back to him again. I say, see, your RCC is leaking because you have bad RCC. I am giving a RCC which is not leaking. So my RCC is definitely good. So my system is better than your concrete. So it should last better than your concrete. So when the Fermex concrete is laid, why it doesn't leak? Everybody may feel that why my system don't leak. My system doesn't leak because we use the chemical which spreads in the concrete, make the whole surface totally non-porous. It's a total non-porous, and water absorption is 1.03%. In the continuation rain when it is there, it has been tested, the water absorption is not more than 1.3%. Whereas in IS specification, in other specification, it has been allowed up to 10% water absorption. The water absorption is 10%, oh, it is well in the good limit and all that. But we are 10% of the 10%. So we are at far away from the actual margin which has been given. And when water is not getting inside, it is not going to leak. And system is permanent. Then we come back to certain systems which existing building needs. You have a building where you have walls which are leaking. You can't plaster it. It's very difficult to plaster it because you have to put a scaffolding, you have to do so many things. So for that we have a system by which we can give brush coating. RB polymer is our product, by which we give a coating. We try to match with the existing color also, and that has a life of about 5 to 7 years, and it has a water repellent category. So that is the character which our RB polymer has. So with that the water repellent takes place. And now advantages this, by doing a waterproofing you are not damaging your structure. Your rods are safe, your building is safe, your paint is safe. Disadvantages, if the water leaks, you know, still get rusted. After rusting, they start getting bending, then you get the plaster falling down, your paint is gone, you'll use a lot of money on the, spent a lot of money on the painting, and it is bad smelling in the house, it is very health hazard. So like this, these are the advantages. I suggest my viewers that waterproofing is must. If you see a small patch also, you should not take it very easy. You should be very serious of that, and you should get the waterproofing done immediately. Because once water painted inside, the rusting starts in the steel. So the more delay, more damage to your building. You feel no, it is a small patch, nothing is going to happen. It's not like that. Please don't take it easy. Like our parents used to say, you have a cough, you immediately take medicines. Otherwise, you will turn into pneumonia, and there is a possibility you will die. So I say, any treatment, any damages you see to your building by means of a water, it has to be attended immediately, which will prevent any damages to your building, and your building is going to last long and long and longer.
You have done many projects. Could you please tell any challenging project that you executed?
Well, in the field of waterproofing, every job is a challenging job. But I remembered having executed one job. Due to certain reason, I will not be able to tell you the name of the place, but I will explain you. The place where we have executed a job, that is a costing testing room. They say if the person is left inside, and if the costing testing is started, so much of sound is generated there, a person dead body will come out. There we were supposed to grout about 45 holes on which some machineries was to be fixed, and that was to be tested in that vibration condition. And when I was asked the question, can you execute this job? I said yes. He was a very high qualified chief engineer, Government of India. He says, have you executed a job anywhere of this kind? My answer was this: if I say yes, your next question is going to be where? To the best of my knowledge, this is the only place in India where such test can be done. So my yes will become no, and it will be bad affecting. Well, how confident you are? I said, because I am confident, I am telling you yes. He said, okay. He impressed with my answer, and he given me an opportunity to execute that job. And I have executed the job. And I remembered they paid me after 1 year, after making various tests on that. The money is not a big thing in that, but that was really challenging, and encouraging job to me.
All the people have future plans. Sir, could you please tell your future plan? Do you going to introduce any new thing to the public?
Well, my future plan after getting my PhD is to encourage my young engineers who are coming in the field. As on today, there is no institute which is teaching about the waterproofing. I am planning to open an institute where I will be able to give them a diploma in waterproofing only, and where I am going to teach them the importance, advantages of the waterproofing, by which they will be able to get into the market with a proper technical know-how. If any job executed technically, even if it is paid a 5